Hello YouTube, Joey here from TeamBurningInfinitey, bringing you another deck profile. This time we've got a Magic World deck profile. Magic World is a very unique world with 72 Pillars attribute and Wizards attribute cards. I personally am a fan of 72 Pillars, unlike Jalen who likes the Wizards. So I'm going to be doing my own 72 Pillar deck. This isn't your usual 72 Pillars, Rush, Fever, Hardcore type deck. This is more of a fun deck, and my buddy is probably going to surprise you all. So for my flag, we got Magic World. And for my buddy, we got Fallen Demon Lord, Rusafel. And I'll go over what he does later, but for now, let's jump into the profile. So, we play 4 copies of Magic Realm Fantasia Cell. Cell is a 3/2/1 size 0. Free to call, no abilities. It's a guard clone, just use it to beat over things and poke for 1s when you got 3s out. Mainly Rusafel, so yeah. Really nice, and they're all foils, because foils are cheap. And then we have got 3 copies of Follower Gap. Gap is a size 1 who has 3,000 power, 1 critical, 2,000 defense, just like Cell. He has 2 abilities. The first one is if this card's out in the field while you have a size 3 on your field, it becomes a size 0, or it's treated as a size 0 because its size is reduced by 1. And it has an act ability where you may pay 2 life, and if you do, add up to 172 Pillars card from your drop zone to your hand. So very, very nice. Just being able to add cards back from your drop to your hand by paying life to build up your resources again and whatnot is really useful and great card. Also, if you noticed, Rusi, Cell, Gap, the band in the anime, kind of just built it around these 3. It's very fun, and it's a very great card. I'm going to get a 4th. I need a 4th because it kind of just makes the deck shine. Gap is definitely like the MVP of the deck right now, so definitely 4. Other ones include Fallen Angel Paimon. Fallen Angel Paimon has 4,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense, free to call. It's just a vanilla beater, and use it to rush down your opponent. I use it because I do need a backup land if I don't have Rusafel zeros and the zeros. I count Gap as a 0 just because of its effect, and it's always, I mainly get Rusafel anyway. So Rusafel and his 2 Rock Band members. If they're now out on the field, I'm going to need other cards to help protect me, so I play Paimon for that. And for the same reason, I use Paimon for a little hitting power, and for the same reason I use Event Producer Aim, who is 2/1/6, 72 Pillars attribute, free to call. Just use him for stall and defense, and if you combo him with other cards, he actually becomes really useful in the deck, so very nice, very nice. That's why I run those. That's it for the 1s and 0s. For the size 2s, we run 2 Great Commander Devlon. Devlon is 4,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 or 5,000 defense, not 1. That would be really bad. He has a pay 1 gauge and put top card of your deck into the soul call cost, and he has Soul Guard. So basically a magical card, Soul Guard. Very useful. Protects you and hits things, and it combos great with other cards. Then we play 4 copies of Dance as Modai or Dance Modai. Pay 1 gauge call cost, and when he enters the field, you get a draw. So you just use him to get more draw power in, and he also has great stacks at 6,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense. So you really use him for the power and the critical aside from draw power. And 6k in Magic World is a lot and very useful, so I treasure it. And for the same reason, I treasure this. I play 4 copies of Sky Poet Amon. 6,000 power, 3 critical, 1,000 defense. Just use him as a beater, and 3 critical, because 3 critical is very, 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 very nice. That is it for the size 2s. And now for the size 3s. Play 4 copies of Champion Wrestler as Modai. We play 4 copies of him because he basically allows you to pop any card in the field by discarding cards from your hand when you enter the field. He has 9,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense, pay 2 gauge call cost, he has double attack, and he has the ability of when this card enters the field, you may discard as many cards from your hand as you like, and if you do destroy cards on the field equal to the number of cards discarded, you can destroy the same card in multiple instances. So let's say I have a Soul Guarder, like a 2 Soul Jack in the center, I could drop 3 cards and just completely destroy Jack. Very useful, very nice, and very powerful, especially with that 9,000 power. And for the other 3, we run 4 copies of our buddy, Fallen Demon Lord Rusafel. Rusafel has 8,000 power, 2 critical, 7,000 defense. He has a 4 gauge call cost, and he has 2 abilities. The first one being double attack, and the second one probably being one of the more valuable abilities of the card, Rewind Time. It's a counteract ability. You may discard 172 Pillars card from your hand, and if you do, return one size 2 or less monster on the field to its owner's hand. So you play him because he basically has magical ground legs that you keep using as many times as you want per turn, and every 72 pillars that you don't call is basically a free magical goodbye now. And we all know how powerful that card is, so yeah. Roosevelt is a great example of how useful that card is. This match struggles with the size 3 matchup if I don't get Champ Mode Eye, so it's kind of where I want him. A lot of people run Omni Mode Eye. This is a fun deck for me, and I'm not in the mood to spend like $100 more on Omni Mode Eye, so yeah. I'm just going to stay with Champ Mode Eye. Very budget, very fun, very cheap, and it still puts in work. For now, for spells, I play 2 copies of I'm Wicked. I'm Wicked is a set spell that has a 1 gauge cast cost. While it's set, all 72 pillars monsters in the center gain 2,000 power and 2,000 defense, and you may only have 1 set on the field at a time. So just being able to make Roosevelt a 10-2-9 or aim a 4-1-8. Really big. Devlon becomes a 6-2-7. So yeah. Just having these really big stats in the center help a lot, and having all the draw power in the world helps you get those cards consistently, so that's why we play them. Then we play 3 Mind Apart Cores. I play this instead of the Volumes Engine because the Volumes Engine takes up a lot more cards, so it lets me play less things over there. Mind Apart Core is basically if you have 2 or more 72 pillars on the field, you may cast this card, and if you do, you gain 3 gauge. And you can only cast 1 per turn, but you only need 1 per turn in most circumstances. Then we play 4 copies of a nice one, pay 1 gauge, draw 2 cards, and we only use it once per turn. Very, very, very good effect. So yeah, start keeping that. 4 copies of Chillax, pay 1 gauge. Next time you take damage, it'll be reduced to 0, and you gain life. Protection. 4 copies of Solomon's Shield. You may only cast a card and attack in your opponent's battle phase. Nullify if it's not like attacks. Basically stop attacks. I mean, most of the rest of the cards are pretty self-explanatory. And the last card, which some people may question because of how gauge heavy this deck can be, Diabolical Hardcore. Pay 3 gauge. You may only cast this card if you have a 72 pillars monster in your center. Deal 3 damage to your opponents. Very nice. Just being able to get damage in there. So sometimes I use it early game. Sometimes I use it mid game. Sometimes I use it to win. And sometimes I'll just use it as discard fodder for Roosevelt. That's the other thing. Since it's a 72 pillars card, it's not really dead in any sense because I can discard it with things like Roosevelt. I get back with Gap. I can use it to win. I can just, as I said, many ways to use this card. So that's it for the deck profile. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section down below. If you guys want to see this in some match videos, please leave that in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys saw an ad you like, click it. If you didn't, leave it alone. Thanks for watching. Joey from TBIDevlon signing out.